Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys some great league battles with this new team I've created. This will be part 2 of using gym defenders, and please be sure to check out part 1. We will actually be getting a 5-win with this team, so please watch to the end. With that being said, let's get on with the video. Alright guys, for the first round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Flygon. This is a really good start for us since Ice types is super effective against Dragon types, and Flygon is a Dragon and Ground type Pokemon. And he does decide to swap out to a Skarmory. So Skarmory is a Metal and Flying type Pokemon, meaning I could swap out to Hypno. Hypno would do super effective damage with his Lightning Punch. So Hypno is a pretty good counter against him. So yeah, that's why I swapped out to Hypno right here. And yeah, he's on that swap cooldown, so we can't swap out to any Pokemon, so it was safe for me to swap out to my Hypno. My Thunder Punch charged up right here, and I throw it in, and he decides not to shield. Okay, so he takes the hit, and I decide I'm gonna shield here because it might be a Brave Bird or a Sky Attack from how long he's been charging up. So it was a Brave Bird. I could go for the farm down right here because he has that defense harshly fill. So I will go for the farm down. Nice. So I ended up taking out his Skarmory, and the second Pokemon is a Flygon. I am going to shield it here since my Hypno could become more useful with his last Pokemon, because I still could take the loss. It might be a match champ, you never know. So I will, after my swap cooldown is over, I will swap out to that Lapras just in case. So it ended up being another Hypno. So I think it's GG's for him because of my Snorlax. My Snorlax does have a Lick, and Lick is a Ghost type fast move. Ghost types are super effective against Psychic types, and Hypno is a Psychic type. So I'm throwing in my Lightning Punches in here so he doesn't shield my superpower from my Snorlax, which is nice. So my Snorlax I do swap out to that Snorlax just to do that super effective damage, and yeah. So this is a better team. That Lapras in the beginning is a pretty solid start, and I think this will be one of those Lightning Punches, a Fire Punch charge moves, so it won't do that much damage. It ended up being an Ice Punch, which is okay. I could tank that damage. And I ended up having 2 superpowers loaded up. As you guys saw right here, instead of throwing in the superpowers right in, you guys know that superpower is a attack and defense debuff, meaning I should save it instead of throwing it in. So 1 HP here, and this is the time to throw in the superpowers while I did as much damage as I could with my Lick, and I was about to die here. So the superpower, I could throw in the superpower, and I ended up taking the second win. Good game to my opponent. The first one. For the second round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Vaporeon. So Vaporeon is a water type Pokemon. That means both of us will do not very effective damage against each other. I could swap out to either my Snorlax just to tank his health, because Snorlax has a really high attack and defense. That's why he's really good for gyms. So I could swap out to my Hypno as well, just because of that Lightning Punch. Lightning Punch will do super effective damage since electric types are super effective against water types. And he has a shielding right there. I don't know why, but it's fine. It puts us in the advantage. Both of us will still do not very effective damage. And I end up getting another Surfer here. I think he is charging up to a Hydro Cannon or Hydro Pump, since he didn't throw in anything, or he could go for a shield bait with that Aqua Tail if he chooses to. So I'm just gonna stick the one-on-one. I could swap out the Hypno. It would be a really easy kill since he has no more shields. So I'm not gonna shield right here. Just to try. Yep, it is a Hydro Pump. So I know that he has his double moves is a Hydro Pump and a Aqua Tail. So I swap out to my Hypno to do that neutral damage. I think I'm gonna go for the farm down right here. It will allow me to get so much health. I'm not gonna shield it here because it is going to be an Aqua Tail, since he has no more energy from that Hydro Cannon he has just used. So I am going to go for that farm down, and I ended up having, I think, two Thunder Punches. Yep. So he does have an Angron. I could swap out to my Snorlax for that superpower. Superpower is a fighting type move, and fighting types are super effective against rock and metal types. So that's Snorlax is a rock and metal type Pokemon. So I mean, Agon is a rock and metal type Pokemon, and superpower is a fighting type. So the best swap would be to Snorlax, and that's what I did right here. So yep, he does not shield right there, and I ended up getting that kill. And this is really good because his final Pokemon is a Chandelure. Chandelure is a ghost and fire type Pokemon, meaning both I do super effective damage while he does neutral damage. I'm guessing this is going to be one of those attack debuffs from the fire moves, but nope, it ended up being an overheat, which is good for us because it is an attack debuff. And I could go for the 5 down here actually, yep. Yeah, so good game to my opponent. GG's. For the third round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Rhydon. We got a really good start right here since Rhydon is a ground and rock type Pokemon, and ice types are super effective against ground types, and Lapras is a ice and water type Pokemon. I don't really know his charge moves right here. Oh, it only ended up being a Surf, so that was kind of a waste of a shield. So he swaps out to his second Pokemon, Altaria. I just decided to stick this, and I shielded here just so I can finish him off. I could have swapped out to my Hypno, but I just decided to troll. So his second Pokemon is a Vigorous. So Vigorous is a normal type Pokemon, and I'm guessing he does have counter as his fast move, which would do super effective damage against us. Yep, I have 2 Surfs actually, and he did shield the first one. I'm guessing he will shield again, maybe. Yep, and he does shield once again. So I don't allow my thing to go down, I'm sorry. And then I swap out to my Snorlax to try and get that superpower off. Superpower is a fighting type, and Vigorous is a normal type. Fighting is super effective against normal types actually. So it was a Brick Break that did do super effective damage, but not enough to faint my Snorlax. It's really good. This superpower will do so much damage, guys. Dang. So my lick type fast move is not very effective does not very effective damage, since ghost types are not very effective against normal types. So my Snorlax does end up going down, and I swap out to my Hypno. So Hypno is a psychic type Pokemon, and he could fight his final Pokemon, that Rhydon, in the back. I'm hope that he doesn't get a Stone Edge or an Earthquake. I don't know how fast his charge moves load up, but I hope that it's not a Earthquake or Stone Edge. So I don't think that he could get to it, so I end up going for the Farm Down, allowing me to get this third round win. Good game to my opponent. For the fourth round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Flygon. So Flygon is a dragon and ground type Pokemon, and this is a really good start for us because Ice is double super effective against him, because Ice is super effective against both ground and dragon types, allowing me to easily feint him right there. So he swaps out to his second Pokemon, Azumarill. I could swap out to my Hypno, and he actually does have, I think that's called Brick Break as his fast move. Brick Break is a fighting type fast move, meaning fighting types are super effective against Lapras, because fighting is super effective against ice types. So I just decided to stick it right here. He does super effective damage, while I do not very effective damage, but we still are near the same health, which is really good. I decided not to shield here because I could swap out to either my Snorlax or my Hypno, because we both counter him kind of, and it only ended up being a Ice Beam. So Ice Beam is a Ice type fast move, charge move, and Ice is not very effective against me. So I just decided to stick the one-on-one still. Yep. And I decided not to swap right there, because he could swap to a even more stronger Pokemon that could counter either of my Pokemon. So it would have just been smarter if I could just stick on the 1v1. So I decided not to shield it here. It was the player rough. Player rough did a good amount of damage, but not enough to get me halfway still. So his second Pokemon is a Altaria. Altaria is a dragon and flying type Pokemon. My Hypno could defeat him easily because of that psychic type. Hypno is a really strong psychic type Pokemon actually. I think mostly all psychic type Pokemon are really strong. So yep, another Thunder Punch goes through right here. He is left with no more shields after this. Yeah, he does shield this one. Yeah, now he's left with no more shields. I have 2 shields left. And I do decide to swap out to my Snorlax to do that lick damage and to get that superpower. My Snorlax could defeat the Altaria with my lick, because my lick does a good amount of damage. It's like a minigun, like a machine gun. It's like super fast. And yeah, guys, so I used both of my shields on my Snorlax. They would have done a good amount of damage to Sky Attack because they are going to do neutral damage. But both of us are doing neutral damage right here anyways. So I throw in my superpower right here before he gets another Sky Attack off. This will do a good amount of damage, I'm guessing, but it will do not very effective damage. Yep. Not that much damage, but it is enough damage to faint him with the second one. So I end up taking the third round win. So good game to my opponent. For the 5th and final round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Breloom. So Breloom is a grass fighting type Pokemon, meaning Lapras does do super effective damage due to ice being super effective against grass types. So this was a really good matchup against us because his first Pokemon was a Breloom, so he decided to swap out to Marowak. So of course I decided to swap out to Snorlax. I counter his ghost type moves because ghost types are not very effective against normal types, but my ghost type moves are going to do super effective damage against him. So a Bone Club goes off right there. And that was okay for us. So I'm going to get I'm gonna throw in the superpowers in right now because my Snorlax is about to faint and I can't do more damage. So he does shield. I'm gonna shield as well just to get that superpower off and try and get the first faint, so I don't have to swap out first. So my superpower, I'm gonna do first some licks and then some superpower and then the superpower. If he does shield this, then he did shield that. Whoa, wow. So I swap out to my Lapras because he could use Shadow Bone, which is super effective against my Hypno. Because Shadow Bone is a ghost type charge move, and ghost types are super effective against psychic types. So his Marowak ends up going down, and he swaps out to his second Pokemon, Aggron. He's left with no more shields since he shielded that superpower back there. And the Surf will do super effective damage. Both of us do super effective damage. And sadly, I couldn't get to another Surf right there. My final Pokemon is a Hypno with 1 shield left. And Psychic types do not very effective damage against Aggron, since Psychic types are not very effective against Metal types. So I will have to shield it here because it could be a heavy move like Stone Edge, or it ended up being a Thunder, which is okay. It still would have done a good amount of damage. I had to preserve Hypno's health as much as possible. And yeah, so his Aggron ends up going down, and I could fight his second Pokemon, his final Pokemon, Breloom. So Breloom is a fighting and grass type Pokemon, meaning psychic types will do super effective damage against him, since psychic types are super effective against fighting types. So my Thunder Punches will do not very effective damage because grass types do counter electric types. So I end up fainting his Breloom right here, allowing me to get the 5th win. Good game to my opponent. Alright guys, so that will actually be the end of today's video. I think this set was actually better than the last time we did this challenge. So good game to my opponents. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video.